because like I said, even any flowing European blood, you African blood, Native American blood, all makes that whole, and all of those are ancestors that you can be learning and grabbing from, and putting that to use to survive. That's your tool of survival, and you're gonna need that in the up and coming times in order to prepare yourself for what is at hand. Food prices are just going up off the top of the roof. If they go any higher, it will be mass starvation occurring. If you're not setting aside big bags of beans, what I do, I set aside big bags of beans. Those beans that cost $8, they $8 now. They're gonna be so high after so long. So if you can start just grabbing all the bags of beans you can grab, all the rice you can grab. Just get you some boxes and stuff, and keep them wrapped up in newspaper so weevils and stuff won't get in them, and they won't get moist and stuff. And find your area in your garage, a room in your house where you're just stacking these and packing them in boxes. This is what the ancestors is telling me. They're telling me to prepare myself to be able to sustain myself, because I think that's going to be the only way. Maybe the government will start rationing. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but, look out for yourself. Look out for you. Start speaking to your sacred ancestors. Start meditating and speaking to them. And some of them will allow you to know what their names are. Some of them will allow you to know a lot about them. Some of them don't even speak this language. Look, I was meditating so heavenly on one of them until my kids told me, said, Mom, when you was out of it, you was speaking some other language we've never ever heard of. And I wrote them down on a piece of paper. It was something of Atalaya, something like that. It was, I can't even pronounce it. But anyway, they said, Mom, we never heard you speak like that. I've written down symbols that they've given me, like something that went like this. Don't know what it is, but I wrote them down. Something like this here, and then have like little art things inside of it. Just most of them don't even speak English, and they don't even write English. They wrote with symbols. Snake with something under them. So almost like hieroglyphics. When you get these things, write them down. They may not make sense now, but I promise you, it comes together in the end, and you be like, oh, wow, okay, so this is what this meant. So our friends right now are the spirits. Those are our friends right now. If we're going to survive this, if we're going to get by in the up and coming days, our spirits, our ancestors, those are our friends. They're going to protect us from anything that comes our way. We won't have to fear. We will feel like there's this divine higher power over us, and we're going to feel like we can conquer the world, and that there's no challenges out there that can disturb us and shake our foundation, and we need that. I was talking to my aunt, which is a witch, and I got a chance to speak to her on this past Sunday, and I learned so much from her. And she's not a great woman of words, just like I'm not. I use a lot of southern terms. I'm a very, very, I have a southern drawl. Southern drawl to my nature. And I'm not one with all of these this big vocabulary. And a lot of the times, I have my subscribers teaching me and telling me, well, this is what this is. Like I was talking about traveling on this feathery thing. When I travel, I don't travel on a broom. And I think one of my subscriber, which is, I think his name is Fear of a Black Planet. I think that's his name, Ishuel. One of those. I'm thinking that they are the same. I don't know. They may be different people. I'm not sure. But anyway, he or she dropped some knowledge on me and told me that's called a Garuda. A Garuda. And I was like, oh, so I went to looking it up, and sure enough, it looks similar to something of that nature. So a Garuda, whatever it is, it does exist. A Garuda exists, guys. That's what I'm traveling on. A lot of you all witches, I would like to know if you all travel, what you travel on, because that's what I travel on, a Garuda. And thank you, Ishmael for that knowledge. You know, he said they can be violent at times, but it's never been violent towards me. It's always been one on a mission, and it knows exactly where I got to go, and it takes me there. But anyway, I've strayed so far off the subject to I don't even know where to come back to. My aunt told me, she said, guys, you all need to find out what is your animal spirit. And I know she knows what she's talking about because her mother, okay, I want to go through the subject again to kind of let y'all know the history for a lot of people that just coming in, that my grandmother is a Native American woman, full-blood Cherokee, black in nature. Okay, black. There are black Native American, black Indians. They do exist, so that they are real. Like, you don't see them on television, you don't see them in the history books, but they are real. I have a picture of her, and she's just as real as can be. The difference is her hair is really long and woolly in texture. Very, very long woolly texture hair. And she's blacker than I am. How about that? But different because she has hazel eyes just like my aunt. Now I'm going to come back and we'll finish talking about this. Hang on just a sec.